How do these earbuds sound, by the way?
They sound pretty
It's
good.
fine.
I ideally wanted more than fine, but
Uh, it's fine. I can hear you. I can understand you. That's good enough for me.
They sound pretty okay.
I don't like you all.
I like you. He did not reply. He does not like me.
Whenever
He
we're
just
ready to
he just told
start.
you he did not like any of us, so you
Ah,
expected him to change his mind that quick?
I was hoping so.
Whenever we're ready to start.
I'm ready to
Unless
start.
Ray's still
Ray is not
gone.
Ray's on
here.
his way, yeah.
Oh, no. That's so mistaken.
Hmm. I would love to go get some food, but I
You'd
have to wait
loathe
till
that?
after. I would
Well, why
love.
don't you go and get some food?
Nah, because Ray could be back any second and then I'll have to be doing
Well,
stuff.
then he'll have to wait, and that's okay.
Nah.
What?
I
Why
don't
don't
make
we want
people
him
wait
waiting?
most of the time.
Why are we against Ray waiting? He deserves it.
Well, it would make everyone wait because I'm the DM and I can't leave the session with food in my face, so I'll
That's
just wait until
fine.
after the session. Kat,
Yeah.
did you look at your what you get for level 6 as a warlock?
I definitely looked at it when I upgraded, but now I've forgotten.
Okay. Um, so technically we've chosen a name of like in D&D Beyond one of the like patrons, um,
Correct.
which gives you certain things by default, but I think I'm going to give you the option to change it if you'd like to have a different reward. So here, let me give you this.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back, Ray. I'm going to send you
My
the link.
family is being stubborn and unreasonable.
You're sending me a link?
Yay.
Where do I see what my automatic was? Where do I look at that?
The automatic one you got was, it's on your character page in your features and traits. It's called Dark One's Own Luck. Which
Where's that? Where's my features and traits?
It's on your D&D character sheet.
Oh, bet.
Mhm. So,
Oh, when I reduce the hostile creature to 0 HP, you were saying?
uh,
Something like
that is one of them, yes. Um, one of the things that you can get, but the one that it's giving you by default right now is Dark One's Blessing. But if you would like to choose a different one of these,
I don't see Dark One's. Oh, I see it.
yeah, that's on your character
No,
sheet
Dark
right
One's
now.
Blessing is the one that, if I reduce something to 0 HP, I get 8 hit points.
Oh, sorry, my bad. In that case, it's Dark One's Own Luck. That's the one it's giving you currently. Yeah, on your character sheet. But I think it makes possibly more sense to give you the expanded spell list because of the other spells that you're interested in learning already. But if you see another one of these that you would prefer, I'll just let you choose whichever one of these you would like when you talk to your
Okay,
patron
just
next.
look at Warlock.
Yeah, more or less. The link I
Where do I look under?
the link I sent
All
you
of these?
should give you the like list of things that you get as when you're at level 6, I believe.
Oh, is it under class features or what? What do I look? Where do I look for it?
Oh, I just realized you're right. Actually, technically, okay, this might be more complicated than I thought.
Complications.
Interesting.
It looks like there's only one option for the fiend.
Yeah, that's because we don't have the like all the book options available to us in D&D Beyond.
Well,
yeah,
then I'm fine with this.
yeah, we can customize that later if we want to. Anyway,
Or you can pay money.
sorry. Welcome back, Ray. Hope you're having a good
Hi.
one. How is your family messing with you? Are you able to be here?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here whether they like it or not.
Okay.
Do things for them and they refuse to do things for me.
Oof. Well, anyway, When we last left off in our exciting tale of Dungeons and Dragons, our party had heroically defeated a dragon with the very last of their hit points and surprised the heck out of me. So well done, everyone, and now you have a dragon's hoard of loot to claim. Let me put myself on Do Not Disturb mode so I stop getting baloops in my ears.
We'll start looping instead. Bloop. Bloop.
Thanks, I appreciate you filling the gap. So, when we last left off, our party had defeated the last of the, the dragon and the shadows, and they had decided to take a rest in this dark, dank cavern.
Dank.
And they decided to take a full 8-hour long rest there. Mama Swizzle, as you are asleep, you once again are gripped by vivid nightmares. This time, you feel your hand burning, and as you look down upon it, you see the curse growing across your hand even farther. All 5 fingers are now encrusted in stone, and it spreads down your palm towards your wrist as well, and begins to crack a little bit here and there, showing an otherworldly glow from within. Then you see off in front of you the corpse of the dragon, with more or less the soul, ethereal and ghostly, being ripped out of it and flowing like Aurora Borealis, misty dust getting sucked into the cracks of your hand and being captured or destroyed. The searing pain spreads across your fingers, and you feel cold within. For a moment, you feel, powerful, but then it's replaced by a deep cold and hunger instead, as though it's never enough. You're brought back to the moment where you decided to kill the assassin who had tried to kill Gohan, where you decided to execute a defenseless man, and your curse once again grew in that same moment. And you begin to wonder if maybe the haunting words of Sylvanus, saying that you must lose your greatest treasure to pay back the debt you owe, maybe you're beginning to lose it already. You feel yourself spinning, lost out of control, like you're not fully able to manage where you are, and you see a nettle bell wilting in the cavern that you were in now. And finally, you're brought back to the shadows underneath the sewers of Westwood, where the cult gathering appeared and blasted out the ruins, and you were buried under the rocks. You see the same shadows that were in the cavern that you've just fought in. Same shadows moving along the walls, creeping through the rubble, back in the town that you left before. And with
That's
that,
the town with the big eye mayor, right?
Yep, with Craig, who has since entered the rift to defend it from the other side. And with that, your turbulent dreams come to an end. You wake up to find that everyone else is well rested and beginning to move around, and I believe at this point you had pointed out the, treasure and begun to get it. But if you'd like to share any Mama Swizzles or whatever.
Mama Swizzle.
Amen.
Anyway, so there's a whole bunch of treasure for you all to split, and it takes some work for Mama Swizzle in animal form, I believe, and Qzeth wearing the water-breathing cloak to...
No, I thought I threw that away.
You threw my cloak away.
We
I
don't
knew
need
I
an
threw
acorn,
something
will we?
away.
Yeah, you threw the water-breathing potion away and shattered it
Ah,
against a
right,
wall.
right.
Yep, so no potion for you guys.
It was worthless anyway. One-time use. Come on.
So, you all have made it through the night. The cavern seems quiet as everyone's kind of getting up, shaking off the chill of the dank cavern in the water that you were all soaked with. What would you guys like to do?
Do you
Well,
get
we're
Mama?
splitting up the money, aren't we?
Yep, there is a lot.
I think we should split it up evenly.
Okay, sure.
You're not gonna try and steal anything.
Well, I already tried and they said no. And I was like, okay.
Did you?
Yes!
What did you try to steal?
I said, can I take all of the highest value coins? And you were like, I don't think so. And I was
No.
like, okay, never
No,
mind.
I said you could, because there's only there's only 98 of those you could easily.
And then in
that
that
way.
case, I do. I pick them all up.
Okay, as far as logistics go, it might be difficult to sort through the pile of, almost 1 million coins and find only the highest value ones and steal them all without someone noticing you. But I guess we'll get to that.
What?
Yes.
Well, I think that do we know how much exactly is in front of us?
If you guys spend, many hours getting every bit of treasure out from the bottom of the ravine, you end up with 980,000 copper, 134,000 silver, 17,000 electrum, 4,000 or 5,000-ish gold, 16,000 red gold, the enchanted red metal.
And I pick 1K of that.
Yep, and then 98 platinum. So.
Okay, 98 platinum. How much can I feasibly carry?
Let's see. I will have to pull up the stats on how much each of these coin types weighs.
No, just in platinum.
Okay. I mean, you can carry all the platinum easily. It's only 98 coins of platinum. That's easy for one person to carry, but once again, you'd have to, negotiate that you are going to be the one who's taking all of that.
Whoa. Listen here.
Okay.
What if we split it up evenly, but instead of all of my things being in like gold, electrum, silver, copper, I just only take the platinum?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's negotiable.
Mama Swizzle's just over there playing with her red gold.
Okay.
QZ just willingly passes up my share of platinum to Ananias.
Okay. So, yeah, there is, almost 1 million copper coins here, and in total, their weight is far more than any of your group could carry out of here. So you are going to have to leave some of this behind.
And come back another day.
Yep, you can, if you trust these cult members not to come back and take it before you guys get back. That
I mean,
being
even
said,
if they do, we can come back still.
yeah, that being said, there is some discussion amongst the cult and you guys, kind of talking like, so who gets what of this treasure hoard?
Okay. So how many of us is there total?
They see Ananias as part of their group, so they're kind of anticipating that if we split it 50-50, or like, I don't know, that there's fewer of you guys than there are of the cult.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
How many of us is there?
There is Gohan, Qzeth, Mama Swizzle, and then you and the cult.
So how many is that?
The cult is, I believe, 4 people plus you, so that's 5, and then there's 3 plus 1 you again of your group.
5 plus 3. So this means I get double my share either way. According to the math you just did.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is there's 3 people that the cult sees as your group, but there's 5 that they see of their.
How many
cult
people
group.
are there in actuality?
8 people, but you count as
8
both
people.
groups.
Awesome. That's
So
what I was trying to figure out.
You're
Awesome.
either the 4th
Okay.
person of your group or the 5th person of the cult's group.
Okay.
Well-
So each of us would get about 12.25 platinum. But no, I just did the math.
Yep.
And then so some of us are gonna have to not take it platinum, they'd have to get the rest in gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'll force the heavier cult members to do that.
Well, you can tell Mama Swizzle's not interested in all the normal looking money. She
Okay, in
just
that case,
wants the
Mama
red
Swizzle
gold.
gets no platinum and gets only red gold.
Yes.
Mama Swizzle knows something that we don't.
I will say that the weight of the gold turned out to be approximately, let's see, I think it was like 16 pounds for 1,000 gold.
That's pretty light.
That's pretty light. Okay, so we're saying also the bird didn't try to get any of the platinum. So instead of 7, it's going down to 6. So 98 divided by 6, which is 16. So each person would get. Wait, no. I was wrong about that. It would be 14 because he's still taking his share, but he's giving it to me. Is that right, Goose?
Yeah, I'm only gonna take the
Actually,
silver
25
pieces
pounds.
from my share, and then you all can divide up the remainder for mine.
Okay.
Dialogue would go something like, I don't need this, I'd be just donating it anyway, and since you all
I take
survived,
it immediately whenever he
I'll
says that.
let you divide it amongst yourselves, sure, Ananias, you can have those, it's charity.
I pet the goose.
Do you?
I pet
like-
him on the head.
Like as you like go to pet my head, like I like bring my neck back,
Strawberry.
like I full neck tuck in.
I extendo my army to pet the
Well,
goose.
yeah, you're just having to lean, and like I eventually reach a stopping point. You're eventually able to catch up.
So you're saying you just like shrivel away, but I still end up petting you? It's
Yeah.
like whenever people play Duck Duck Goose and you don't want to be hit.
Yeah, you move down.
Okay.
Okay.
So right now I've managed to procure 28 platinum.
I mean, in the negotiations of like arguing about who's gonna carry what things, honestly, the cult's gonna be kind of relaxed about which particular metals they get, as long as they get an equal share.
In that case, I go for all of the platinum and I give them an excess amount of gold. Do I need to give them any of the gold I have on my person or electrum or copper? Because I'm feeling like dumping out all of my copper.
I mean, go for it. Yeah, if you want.
Okay, I have 2,000 copper on me. I pour it onto the floor.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
You dump your copper just to convert it to gold to make things easier on yourself, sure.
Cool.
Just replace that same amount with gold in your inventory.
How much is that in gold?
2,000
1 gold.
copper. No, it should be more than just 1. Maybe 2 gold. Let's
Okay.
see.
I guess it depends
Can
on
I
your
just
world,
can I use this as a bank and just replace all my money?
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, if you want to, you can replace replace your lower cost metals with gold just to make it easier to carry. Let's see.
Well, while EJ is trying to figure that out, Mama Swizzle
What's
is trying to
17
take
plus
her cloak
16?
back from
17 plus 16.
Pump.
Hooray!
I couldn't
33.
hear you, Ray. What were you saying?
He's taking back the cloak from you.
Or trying to take the cloak back. She feels naked since she's not wearing a cloak anymore.
Speaking of magic
Mama
items,
Swizzle, I'm so sorry. Yeah, by all means, yeah. Where?
Mama Swizzle.
so Ray, are you just taking the 1,000 red gold only? And that's the only thing you want to carry? That weighs 25 pounds?
I wanted the magic sword hilt too.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
How
go
much
ahead and-
silver was my share again?
how much did you want? there's 100.
I wanted just my share of silver, so like
Okay.
whatever the divide was,
Gotcha.
I just only keep my silver.
Gotcha.
And like whatever else isn't taken from my lot, it's just going to be donated anyway. So.
Okay.
All right, I give Pumpkin
You get
the
16,000.
silver pieces that I threw onto the floor, which is 16.
Okay. So in that case, Pumpkin, you get you get 16,842 silver pieces, Pumpkin.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, if you want to carry all that. Let me figure out how much that would be.
How much encumbrance? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep 10 copper.
Let's see. That is not what I'm looking for.
It's not?
Why is it so difficult to research these things? It's almost like people don't care about measuring this stuff most of the time.
True.
Okay, apparently it's about a third of that, so 1,000 silver pieces would be about a third of 25, which means 16,000 whatever. Okay, that would weigh about 140 pounds. Are you alright carrying all that silver, Pump? You want to reduce the amount you're carrying? 140 pounds
I mean,
is like my weight.
yeah, I know. I mean, D&D characters are like extreme.
Do you want me to carry some of that for you? I say gleefully to the strawberry goose.
I've already given up a lot of my share. I'll carry what I can. If you, whatever's left, I mean.
How much can he carry, and how much do I need to carry for him?
You're gonna make me look up encumbrance rules, aren't you?
Yep. I mean, that's what I was trying to do, but I'm having trouble since I'm on my phone currently.
Encumbrance is experienced when a character is carrying an amount of weight that exceeds 5 times a character's strength score.
That's right, 5 times.
So,
Strength score, I believe, for me, I need to double check. I believe that's 13, right?
Well, that's pretty good.
so if a character with a strength score of 10 is carrying 55 pounds of gear, they would be considered encumbered. Interesting. So your strength is what exactly?
13.
I believe so. I'm trying to pull up my sheet though. I'm
So
struggling with that.
technically, by those rules, I can carry an infinite amount of stuff.
What?
You're
Because
infinitely
it's
strong.
negative?
Yes.
No, it's your strength score, not your strength modifier.
Damn it.
Oh boy.
You have to roll something, so it can't be negative.
Unless we like really went overboard. Second here. Yeah, your strength is 14.
14.
Okay, so 14 times 5. You could carry 70 pounds of gear without being like slowed down that much.
Okay. And I think
140
I already
pounds
have
is twice that much. So if you wanted to carry all of your silver, that would be like twice your maximum carry weight.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll just take a quarter of my share then.
Okay. Sounds good. That would be how many? Why does Google want to know my location? I'm literally just using the calculator feature. Please stop. Okay. Okay, that would be 4,210.5 silver.
He can carry it all?
Well, no, he's carrying a quarter of his slot.
4,000.
Uh-oh. I can't carry that much silver.
210.
You can't carry 4,210.
Can I? Is that how much I would have to carry of his?
I mean, you can carry however much you want to help him out.
No, there would be more than 4,210 of my share left, actually.
Yeah,
Because I'm only taking a quarter of my share.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be encumbered.
Yeah, there's like 12,000 silver left.
How much of his can I carry?
You also have a strength score of 14, which means you also have a max carry weight of 70 pounds, which means you could carry at most, ignoring all the other gear that you've already got, half of Pumpkin's, silver.
So how much is
So you
that?
would have to strip down naked and then only carry that.
Yeah, but how much is half?
Okay, if you wanted to take, like...
It would be 8,420 is half.
So
my
I'll carry
silver.
4,000.
Okay, sure.
That's not including the rest. Are you going to encumber yourself to carry the
No, I'm
platinum?
not. I factored that in. I'm only carrying 98 platinum, remember?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty light in comparison.
So I'm weighed down with silver.
Mhm.
Is there a way I can replace the silver? Is there extra gold or electrum on the floor?
So you're completely disregarding Pumpkin's wishes to only have
Yeah,
silver.
I'm only carrying silver because it can be divided up amongst the most amount of people. That's why I'm doing it.
Okay. In that case, I'm holding his silver.
Okay.
You don't have to.
No, but I am now.
Okay.
One way or another.
But I was also wondering, is there a way, like, has everybody already taken their share? Like, is there, like, an uneven amount of gold or
I
electrum?
imagine that most people aren't grabbing the silver.
Okay, you're fair.
Yeah, most people are trying to grab as much of the gold as they can fit into their pockets. There is, 5,000 gold, more or less, plus the red gold. Shadow kind of eyes the red gold suspiciously and seems reluctant to begin taking that, so he's prioritizing the other pieces of
In that case, I help Mama Swizzle shovel the red gold down her gullet.
Down her gullet? She's swallowing it?
She's
Yikes.
swallowing it.
This is not what you do, bird. No. Okay, so Mama Swizzle, you took the blade hilt for Carmen, or just for yourself?
For myself, I hid it in my cloak so
Okay.
nobody could see it.
I see. That's not quite what I'm looking for, but okay, I guess it is what it is.
Who knows? Maybe Mama Swizzle will like Carmen enough to give her the sword hilt.
You have understood my plan. I'm giving Carmen monies. I'm about ready to pay for my family's house.
That's cute.
Why is everything so difficult with technology these days? Fine, I'll fix it later. Okay.
I'll fix you later. Wink.
Hey, how could what?
Hey, how could you fix me? Question mark.
I am confused and frightened. Stay away from me. Okay, so what other items did everyone get? Magic items.
Well, I got the cloak and the sword. I gave her the flute.
Yep.
During the fight.
Yep.
Are there any magic monk items down there?
You also gave me some kind of unread paper.
Yes. If you want to pull that out, it is a bit soggy now, but you can check that out if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It appears to be a scroll of lightning bolt.
So, what is our total strength combined? Like everybody in the group?
You're making me do a lot of math here. Hold on.
I'll do it. I'll add it up. Just tell me
You don't
each
know
person.
the cult members, but okay.
Okay, so each of us are 13. 13 plus 13 plus Mama Swizzle, you're like how many?
Your strength score is 14. Pumpkin's strength score is 14. Mama Swizzle is like 8. Yeah.
Okay,
it was
4
for a short period of time.
Yep. Those shadows are spooky scary, man.
I know Shadow can carry more than me, from my past experience.
Yes.
So I'll say he's probably like 15. How many else are there?
There is 2 girls and 1 guy in your cult.
Okay, I'll say the girls can each carry 10. The guy can carry 12.
They're strong. Come on, shouldn't they be more
No.
like 13? No? Okay.
Get wrecked.
No.
So that's 82 for each. So if you have a combined score of 82, what do I have to multiply that by to figure out how you can carry?
Multiply
Times
the total strength score times 5. And that'll be the
Okay.
number of pounds.
I can carry. All of us can carry about 410.
Granted,
something.
they also have other gear and stuff. So, like.
Well, yeah, but I remember I didn't add extra for the women.
Yeah.
And I was being generous on.
However, I would propose that we figure out, the exact numbers and the weight distribution and all that later, because we can do that in a chat asynchronously, whereas this is, we should probably spend our time doing actual, like, role-playing decision-making.
Like hearing the word asynchronous not in school.
Okay.
It's my trigger.
So yeah, I'll help you figure that out later, just so we can save our time here, because we have limited time to actually, like, do the session. What other magical items did you end up with, Ananias? I know you have the boots that are, like, frost resistant. You have the book
I got the
with a
boots.
tongue.
I got some weird music thing.
Yeah, you got the flute, you got the boots, you got the staff, and you got the book with a tongue on it. Is there anything else that you got, or was it just those?
I think that's all I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or was there also... Who got the splinter of black stone?
That was her.
That was also Ananias? Oh, yes, I believe that was. So
A
Ananias,
splinter of Blackstone. Let me check. Would that be what would that be under? Description? Nope. Notes.
if you had
Inventory.
noted it down, but we may have missed it. Anyway.
I do not have it in my inventory.
Okay.
Should I pick it up?
Yes. We'll do that in
I'm
a second.
picking up a splinter of Blackstone.
Cool. So Ray has the spell scroll of lightning bolt, the moon blade hilt, and
is that
the
what it's
cloak.
called?
And yeah, you haven't tried to activate it yet, right? Pumpkin, did you get anything, or
Was there anything in there like that
there's no
I would
monk
be interested?
weapons? No, you took
Yeah.
that javelin, but that's not really.
But that was from
magical.
before.
Yeah, that was just from the armory. There aren't any, like, specifically monk-related weapons. No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's also, I can't remember where I think that was in the cult's possession already. So yeah, there's a, couple other items that, as you're picking through the pile of junk, the cult takes, and
Just like immediately.
Well, I mean, as you guys are all splitting up the items, they see you've got, several spoils already. So they take a couple other items that appear to be magical in some way.
Okay.
One of which is like a folded black fabric of some kind, and one of them which is a long metal pole with like a button on the end of it.
Okay. Could I question why they're taking those items?
Who specifically are you asking?
I'll go to like each of them individually. For like whoever's taking the magical items specifically.
We'll say that it's the one that talks with an Australian accent, the girl who's.
You just wanted to talk in an Australian accent,
I'm
but
really bad at it,
I
actually.
understand.
I don't want to, but
I understand though. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. So I'll go up. And
you
be
see
like,
her kind of like surreptitiously slipping it into her bag.
I'll ask. Yeah. So with those magical items, what drew your interest in for that?
Ah, well, I see that you all got some items of your own, and I. What item?
What I don't want to make this a problem or anything. I mean, I don't mean to pry.
And then
But
she turns and, ignores you.
okay.
If you keep talking, she'll, turn back, but she's like, oh,
No,
you
I'll
don't want to
just
make a
take
problem?
note of
Okay,
that.
and then she'll, like, go back to shoveling gold in her bag or whatever.
I'll just take note of that.
Mm-hmm.
Can't trust the Australians.
Yeah. Gohan, kind of limps over to you, and he's, in all the chaos, he's like, his voice seems to be a lot better after the rest. And he just kind of sits on the stone beside you, not even like partaking of the gold scoopage. And he goes,
I'll look at him and say, so you didn't take anything. You're not interested in any of the spoils. You'd
"Oh,
always be the first to grab your share and also make sure that everybody else is divided up.
I'll take the rest. There's so much there. It's clear that there will be leftovers. I'll take whatever is after the pickings are done. Plus, I didn't help all that much with the dragon, so you all deserve this way more than I do. Please, please. You're not taking more of your own?
I'm just
Surprising.
taking some silver that I'll divide up for charity. Can go to
Mama
more
says
people
a
that
woman
way.
to hold out a red coin to him.
To Gohan?
Yeah.
No. Oh. Thank you, little one. Why is it bloody? He like tries to wipe it off, but it stays red. Oh. Weird. He just kind of shrugs and puts it in his pocket. Thank you.
Mama says.
And he pats you, Cusith, on the back and goes, "You're a better man than I am. I don't understand how you went from, well, our bringing you up to where you are now. That's admirable."
Well, a lot of it was because of you all.
Really? What do you mean? As far as I know, we taught you to be a, criminal backstabbing sociopath. To put it simply.
Yeah, well, never felt right.
I see. So we drove you to be a rebellious youth then, huh?
I guess in some ways.
Well, I'm glad of the man you have become.
Thank you, Gohan.
And I have to say, during the fight, well, there were a few close calls, and when we even entered this place, knowing how dangerous it was, I thought we were goners. But, based on what you said earlier about your faith, as I was nearly dying, I called out to your, well, your
The goose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, well, we survived, so maybe there's something to it after all. I just
I'm so glad.
wanted you to know. Don't tell
I
any of the
appreciate
others,
it.
though. I don't know if they,
Oh, Gohan, you can know that your secret's safe with me. You did teach me one thing well.
And what was that? To keep a secret?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Gohan's a little silly.
He's,
He's getting old. That's his problem. He's just getting a little old.
Yeah. So he just sits there, kind of watching for a bit.
Okay. Well, Gohan, if you have any spare room, maybe take a couple of silver pieces to add to the charity with mine. And I'll walk away.
He seems to nod thoughtfully as you're heading out. You also see Shadow, arms crossed, just kind of surveying the whole situation. He's more wistfully kind of observing, like staring at the corpse of the dragon and the ashes that used to be his old employer, it seems, the spellcasting shadow that had been defeated by your, wet javelin to the chest. He's just kind of shaking his head, like thinking about it.
So, Shadow, the mate there, I mean, I don't want to make a big deal of it, but he slid something under his sleeve. It seemed magical. I don't know if it's important to you. I asked him what it was, and he didn't seem to want to talk.
Yeah, it was the female that was dressed as a guard, or disguised as one.
Hmm. Well, I
Um,
was referring mate because they have the Australian accent, mate.
oh, I see. I thought
Yeah.
you said maid. That's why I was confused. Because a maid is a different person.
No.
Okay. So he turns and goes, "What is it that you're saying?"
Uh, uh, um, the your full member, dressed in the guard's outfit, they slid something under their sleeve. Um, I don't know what it was. It seemed magical. I went to ask them, and they didn't really want to talk. Do you know anything about it?
Hmm. No, I will take care of it. You have been a good ally thus far. It seems right that we should not slight you. And he goes over to talk with the with his people for a second. Do you follow him or you stay behind?
Actually, I'll stop him before that and say, well, it's not a problem. I'm not worried about uneven divides. I am only taking what I can give, but I'm more worried about like whatever it could be done with these things. I don't know what magics they hold. You would know way more about this area, and
Hmm.
I just worry that harm could be used with something like this.
Well, I promise you that we will not use whatever weapons there are for undue harm, shall we say.
And as much as I trust you with that, Gohan, there are
This is Shadow.
some things, or you're right.
Sorry. It's hard to
As much as
differentiate. I'm doing my
no, it
best.
is,
It's
it is,
voices I
it
haven't
is.
done in a while.
It's all cool. It's all cool. As much as I trust you with that shadow, I do know not to have my trust go so far. Um, I just would like to know what it is, at the very least. I want to know what everybody has, if that makes sense, just so I can be aware.
Sure. I will find out and inform you in a moment.
Thank you.
And he gives one last, wistful look at the corpse of the dragon and mentions, by the way, corpses of dragons have some perhaps useful or sought after
I drink the
resources of
dragon's
their
blood.
own. If you wanted to chop off a horn or a tooth or something to bring into town, I'm sure it would be worth something. I myself, not sure how I feel about it. The dragons have been an enemy always for my people. We were once enslaved.
Can I hear this conversation, by the way?
Yeah, if you want to.
I am listening in.
Sure. Yeah, Shadow reminisces about how, the dragons long ago had enslaved his people, and stories about how,
I can't imagine a dragon holding a whip.
well, yeah, just stories about how dragons are nothing but power-hungry megalomaniacs, always just waiting to snatch power for themselves whenever calamity turns the tide in their favor, how it's in their nature to be, evil, and mentions like the rich history of the Dragonborn, how his people originally came from another world, which was briefly bound to this realm before the gateway was cut off, but now such powerful magic is long gone, cut off and sealed away by gods and powers beyond the reach of any mere mortal. And
So, like, from my memory of D&D, is there something like the essence of a dragon, which is basically like, or essence of like a monster, and like you just take gold out of it, like you turn it into gold? Am I going crazy?
I think you can trade in monster parts for gold.
Mm.
mean, if we're talking about like a World of Warcraft something, then you can probably get a couple gold from anything you kill. But like, no, not
I have
really
no
in
idea what I'm
D&D.
talking about. I'll get back to you on that. I just wondered if I'm like,
Whenever I kill, all these mobs, they always drop gold coins.
no,
Crazy.
because
It's
you
like
can
there's
like
gold coins inside.
you
them.
can like take it and like I thought you could make it into. No, I'm going crazy, guys. I must be going crazy.
You can look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
Have fun.
So anyway, he's just mentioning.
Non-fungible tokens are now, or they probably have been, but are now a whole field on TurboTax. Just a little thing.
Interesting. Good to know. But yeah, he just reminisces about how both the dragon and his previous employer, Colville the Vile, have both met an untimely end and are both gone in the same day, and how it's kind of like ironic, or he almost regrets how things have gone, but
Yeah,
glad to see
isn't
that.
it Iron Pick?
Yeah. Anyway, he goes off to consult with the people about what items they shoved in their bag.
Okay.
I might just be going crazy.
I might like, kind of just examine the dragon.
Yeah. It's a dead
After
dragon.
having him said that.
The tail has been severed off. The body is like rotted
Mind
and
blown.
terrible already because of the amount of necrotic energy Mama Swizzle blasted into its rib cage, and it's more or less like kind of dissolving from the inside out. But there are still, fair amounts of black scales that cover its hide, big sheets of it, and
neat.
yeah, you could use the dragon scales for something. You could take, dragon bone. Its eyes are burnt out by the Eldritch Blast from Ananias, but the skull still remains with many, many teeth still implanted within the skull.
Where's the huge effect that I did?
I gotta take some of the.
You stabbed it
I'm
a
gonna
bunch.
be taking some scales, and if I can, I'm gonna try to like, knock off his horns.
Okay.
Kind of like how deer antlers, you just hang them up on your wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be doing that. I don't be taking them. I'm just knocking them off for someone.
Oh, okay.
At seeing you do that, I like kind of wince, and I'm like, set aside some for me, I guess.
You're like,
oh,
I want one.
Stronger.
But,
You're like, oh, that's horrible.
Oh, it's so terrible. Hey, can I have one?
Stronger stomach than me, but
Yeah.
I give him a horn.
I guess on that as well.
Horn.
Yep. So you can each add a dragon horn to your inventory.
Mama Swizzle and
the scales.
Yeah, if you want.
Oh, you were
scales,
referring to scales?
There's plenty of scales.
Yeah, if you were knocking off the scales and just leaving them there, that's probably what I'll take. I was just saying, like, leave some stuff for me.
Oh, I had only knocked off the horns and left them there. I took like 15 scales for myself.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll specifically say then, if you could knock off some scales for me.
Yeah, they're like thick,
stronger stomach than I.
palm-sized scales, each one.
Yeah, how large?
Like palm-sized, so like.
Yeah, they're pretty rough, and it's not like knocking them off. I assume it's like pulling out really hard.
Yeah, they are a little, rough to remove. Take some effort. A little grease, but yeah, you managed to dislodge some.
Yeah, I'd just be interested in some to see if I could like add them onto armor for plating.
Actually, what Mama Swizzle would like to do is try to dig in for the fire sack.
The
fire sack.
Oh, well, you did kind of like rot most of the internal organs pretty bad.
Fire sack's by the neck, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can try to get what remains of it after having more or
Mama
less
Swizzle literally dives in through the hole that she like rotted through. Starts swimming up.
It's like,
I would like
the
to do that.
Tauntaun at Hoth. Just climbing in. Okay, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Const saving, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have addition, so I got 17.
Okay, yeah, somehow you managed to, despite being like in tune with nature and usually like, oh, all animals are sacred or whatever, you're like, ah, just like diving in like an entirely different person. You've somehow lost all, like, you've lost yourself
Instead,
in
it's
the
dead.
murder of these beasts, and yeah, you just more or less climb in there, elbows deep, rooting around until you like take a little blade and cut off this weird pulsating sac. Yep, it's gross and terrible. And it's not even a fire sac because this was an acid breathing dragon. It's
Oh
just,
right,
it's like an organ that produces acid. It's like oozing gross, smelly bile. It looks like a really diseased liver.
yeah. I put that in my bag.
Oh, why would you do this? Like just on top of the gold, the red gold.
Yep.
No organization even. Ugh, disgusting. Oh dear. You hear in the background the maid and the one that's was disguised as a guard kind of talking about their near-death experience, and you know they're kind of trying to involve Ananias because um, you're one of the cults, so they kind of feel comfortable with you in comparison to the others. Um, is there anything you want to like talk about that? Like, do you still have camaraderie with him, Ananias, or are you like more distant
We are
from
not
him?
very camaraderate ever. Like
Moderate.
me and like the guy who raised me, that dude. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
he barely raised me.
Mm-hmm.
They just trust me because they know I'm not turning them in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, after all this, are you going to come with us and, you know, attempt to do the thing? And they give a look over at the birds who are rooting through the dragon corpse. Um, are you planning to
Birds.
abandon these interlopers? We still have lots of work to do. To,
And he's talking to me.
yeah, to restart the movement from scratch, more or less. And this is the maid talking to you right now. I just can't do girl voices.
Let's see. Um, there's many things I need to do. However, what do we need to do to restart the movement? I ask.
Uh, that is a question better suited for Shadow, I think. Shadow, and he comes over. He had already been talking with the woman who is disguised as a town guard, so he's nearby, and he kind of comes over. Yes, what is it? Oh, sorry, it was the girl who called him over, wasn't it? So, what exactly is it that we need to restart the movement? Do we know yet? Did we manage to get the information we sought?
Don't.
What?
I just pretending to stream. How about you don't?
Yeah. I did not get any notes or information or journals, anything from this place before we ended up down in this fight. We still
My
need to
eyes open
search.
really wide, but I keep my mouth shut.
You don't mention anything about the book you found?
I do not mention the book I found, but I keep note of what he just said.
Mm-hmm. We will still have to search for more information about how to proceed. It is unfortunate how things have gone thus far. Um, did you find anything different in your travels, Ananias?
I nod.
Oh, what did you discover?
What? No. I said if I find anything, I'll let him see it.
Oh,
I thought that's what he just asked. What did he say?
he said, "Did you discover anything
Oh
when you
no
were
no no
separated
no. He
from
said
them?"
if you. No. Okay. Clearly I misheard. No. I haven't. But
Just
I
a
will let you
man.
know if I do.
He said. No.
What?
He
What's
said
happening?
this.
Sorry.
Just joking. Just joking.
What did you say?
I said you can't just demand what a character is saying.
I didn't hear him.
You
I
did-
completely.
I know, but then your next phrase
It's all
was,
right.
No, he didn't
no,
say that.
he
That's
said
not what I
this.
heard.
No, he said this.
I don't believe it. That's fake.
Well, if you
My
ask me,
goodness.
we should be more cautious around these strangers. We can still use them to help search the place, but I don't like, letting
Didn't
others around.
did they save your life? I asked Shadow.
Uh, yes, more or less. They could have
I think
killed me,
they're
but they did
pretty
not.
harmless.
Hmm.
I actually ran into them
I killed the
before our
dragon.
meeting.
Before our meeting. Before our meeting.
The
when?
first one that went horribly wrong.
Before the cult gathering to begin with.
Yeah, they helped me get there.
Did they not ruin the cult gathering?
No, not from what I recall.
Just lying.
I saw the birds fighting back against us, along with the armored one who has disappeared. They
Yeah.
fought to
Unfortunately,
ruin
I
the
actually wasn't
ritual.
stationed in that area. I admit.
What? What does
Why do
that
you think
mean?
I'm alive? I say to him. I wasn't in the main area.
Ah, well, you did not see what I saw then. They fought hard against us, trying to stop the ritual. They may be clueless, but they're not harmless.
Mm.
I would be concerned about, well, trusting them too completely.
Okay, I get that. I say.
Well, in order to determine exactly what we need, we will need more information, but from what I've been able to glean, just from remembering how the ritual went before, they needed a key. They called the black table a key. So we'll probably need some kind of similar black stone. I don't know the
I
properties of it.
completely also do not say anything.
We also need another sacrifice. Whatever we needed for the last ritual, we'll need again. So a power source. The soul forge has been long since destroyed, so there's much that you need, and also knowledge is the main one at this moment. So.
Ananias is gonna get in so much trouble.
Not if she never reveals anything.
Oh dear.
But yes, strong
She likes
power
her
source of
friends
some
better now.
kind. Long story short, we need to keep searching. We'll keep scanning the ruins and see if we can find anything that will grant us the knowledge we seek.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And this place should be a lot safer.
I would hope so. These ghostly shadows were the only thing I knew to be a threat in this place. Now that that's dealt with and the unforeseen threat of the dragon, we should be able to pick our way through without too much interference. Once again, he glances over at the birds.
Birds.
So, if we can get the unexpected guests of ours to go back to whatever it is they want to do and lead them on a wild goose chase, to spend their newfound gold, we can lock down this place and use it as our new base of operations, perhaps. Or
I nod. I say,
eliminate them
I think I
so
know
that
just
there's
how to
no
do
one
that.
who knows of our secret location.
I think I know just how to do that. Let me take care of it, I say.
Understood. They seem to trust you already. Not sure how you've managed this, but it works to our advantage. So, I suppose from here on out, we'll
I'll return to here, I ask.
Yes, you still have your pendant, yes.
Oh, I do.
Yes, we will communicate using that. I will let you know when we make progress towards our next gathering. You can lead these people away, and if they happen to meet an untimely demise, then, well, that's...
All for the better, I say quietly.
I think so. The fewer people that know of Coldwell's Ash, the more secure this location will be, so we can use it for planning, and, of course, getting more treasure, which may help us in our
Treasure!
bribing
That
and
is
whatever
what
we
you
need
are.
to do. What do you think?
I have to say I don't like this plan.
He turns
Understood,
to
I say.
the fourth cult member, who's just, you know, the guy whose cloak's been like mostly burned away by acid, and he's just standing there, arms crossed. He barely said anything, and he continues to just not say anything. He just grunts and nods in response.
Grunts, nods.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't seem to like to talk. Well,
I think he has a curse on him.
Mama Swizzle.
Swizzle.
So, that being the case, I wish you luck on your journey, Ananias. Here, he walks over and grabs some more of the cursed gold, like the red gold. He grabs like a handful of it and gives it to Ananias, saying, "You may be able to use this to forge another pendant if you need."
I take it and I say, what is this, red gold?
Yes, it is what my master used to use to keep an eye on things.
Understood.
That's
Please
how we
do
came up with the
report
idea
back
for
to
the
me
pendant.
if you find anything of significance, I say,
Yes,
earnestly.
we will keep you in the loop. Inform us if you need assistance.
Indeed. I don't believe I will, but I'll be sure to inform you. How great are our numbers, I ask?
What you see before you, the 5 of us seem to be all that remain.
I nod somberly.
Yes.
Understood.
It will be
Okay,
rough.
Ananias is gonna try to become in charge of a cult.
Interesting.
Ananias wants to be in charge. There's not that many. This won't be that hard. We have persuasion checks for a reason.
Since the cult's already completely restarting anyway, you know, what a better time to become in charge of the cult when there's only
That's what
like
I'm
5 other
saying!
members. Why, it's way easier to convince 5 people than it is to convince 100.
Yeah, Shadow comes back over to you, Pumpkin, after this conversation. Unless you wanted to say anything else, Ananias?
No, that's it.
Okay. He comes back over to you, Pumpkin, and he goes, "It seems the items that were taken by Vextra are a portable hole and an immovable rod. Do you know what these words mean?"
I would if you
Swizzle,
said
Mama
again.
Swizzle, Mama Swizzle.
That did help.
Mama Swizzle.
I still don't understand what she says, but as long as that means something to you, I'm sure that helps.
Alright, so it was an immovable rod and a what?
Portable hole.
Portable hole.
It's like a bag of
yeah, I'm
holding,
familiar
but
with them.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar with. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, seems harmless enough. Now, those items, I'm asking you, EJ, out of character. The portable hole did seem like the item that was slipped under the sleeve, right?
Yes. Those
Yeah.
two items are the ones that you saw her put in her bag, yeah.
Okay.
She just wanted to grab some magical items since everyone else was getting some goodies.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, some solid items. I mean, can't blame you.
Yep. Depending on what items you got, you could have gotten those instead, but that's how it shook out. Okay.
Alright.
So, what, may I ask, is your plan going forward? Do you want to continue exploring these ruins with us to search for a cure for that rift, or...?
I
in
pipe
time
up.
to head back
I
to
think
town
that
with
we
your
should
gold.
place the money away before we explore the ruins. I think we should get the money in a safe spot, probably put it in a vault, and for you, have you donate it. I saved the goose.
Well, donating would take far too long. That's more of a life endeavor. I feel we're already here, and there's no safer place than on our person. We might as well continue our search. My plan has not changed at all.
Or look over at Mama Swizzle. Mama Swizzle.
Mama Swizzle?
Why are you copying me?
Mama Swizzle was busy shining one of her red coins.
Cute.
With acid
What do
all
you
over
mean
it,
it's a
too.
lifelong endeavor? What does that mean?
Charity?
Yeah, you can just. There's charities that exist, I believe.
You don't just donate once and then you're done.
You could give it
Well,
to
no, I'm
your
saying the money you have
monastery.
on you now, we're not going to be able to carry more.
No, I prefer to make sure that money's going to the proper person. Charities, these institutions, they're fine and all. Some will
Oh my
definitely go to my
word!
some will definitely go to my monastery, but a fair amount is just whoever I see.
I see. Well, you keep exploring these ruins. We will do the same. Uh, Obviously, we cannot carry much more in terms of items. But yes, we will meet up and talk about any information we may have gathered at the entrance, say 8 more hours, and then we can decide what to do from there.
8 more hours.
And if you... Oh wait, this is Shadow supposed to be talking, not Gohan. Ugh. And if you find anything that may provide, instructions on a way to change what has been done, please let me know as quickly as you can.
What's the goose say? What's the goose say?
Will do.
Okay.
Mama Swizzle.
Well, I will lead my crew off to explore another portion. Good luck. He looks at you, Ananias, and turns to walk off.
I nod.
And Gohan, just kind of looks after them as they go. There's still a
Is
big,
Gohan staying with us?
yeah, there's still a big pile of gold and riches, gems that obviously can't be taken because you all are carrying a lot. But you do see Shadow kind of grab one more fistful of specifically just a bunch of gems and stuff as he's heading out. Yeah, Gohan remains with... Oh, am I disconnecting? Ray's camera's frozen. It's making me suspicious. Hello?
Well, maybe you should move them.
I don't like these booties.
Oh, welcome back.
That's even
Hi.
worse.
How long was I gone for?
Maybe
You
20
said there's a
seconds.
pile of these that's ready to cut out.
Yeah, there's still a huge pile of coins and stuff that you won't be able to carry with you because everyone's already got too much stuff.
Can
On
we
them?
stack it nicely at least?
Sure, yeah. And then
Okay, cool.
you notice
Okay, we spend
as
an hour
Shadow,
stacking it.
as Shadow goes by, he does grab a couple, specifically of, like, the gems, and just kind of shoves them into a pocket as he goes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what would you all like to do? You are now...
Explore.
Okay.
I want to go back up probably the path that was almost completely covered up. Oh, probably also fill up a flask or two with water.
It's salt water.
Does it matter that it's salt water? I just
You
need
can
it for
fill it up
defense
if
from
you-
the shadow creatures.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. I was like, that's not very tasty. Yeah, you can
In
fill it
Oh,
up.
fact,
he's so
EJ,
funny.
in fact, EJ, I will take one item. If there was an empty flask that I could fill in the dragon's hoard, I will do that.
There is not actually.
Okay, well
But
then
is
never
there a
mind.
pot? Is there a pot?
I'm not gonna carry a pot filled with
Why not?
salt water.
I will say, however, you did have a flask in your initial items, I think, but I think you
Yeah, I
already
did.
gave it to Ananias to hold more of her weird concoctions, like the potions or
I
whatever,
probably
and
did.
fog.
So I need to find
Let me check
something
my.
else.
I have a shrinking potion, pulsing in vial, a
Mhm.
vial of white gas. It looks like I only have one flask on me, and I only have vials that are full of potions.
Why don't you
Those
drink some of them?
those are the flasks that are filled. It's not vials.
Those are okay. Okay.
And you don't have a flask that is not filled with those things.
Why
Okay.
don't you just
Sorry.
start drinking some random potions?
No, I know what these do.
The
Oh, I
fog
figured you'd
actually
never know
maybe
what
not so
you.
much, but
Well,
I
I already
think
drank them. I say.
Oh, okay. And they're all
Well,
important to keep.
actually, I go to the dragon's face and I open up his mouth.
oh, it's smelly.
I cut off his tongue.
Oh,
How smelly.
you have
I
a
gut
dragon
his
tongue now.
tongue.
It is actually surprisingly heavy. It's like 10 pounds.
I gut his tongue. I take out all of the meat.
Why? Okay.
I clean it out.
She's trying to make a flask out of
You
the
now
tongue.
have a floppy skin of taste buds, more or less.
I don't think
That's
that
lovely.
I don't think tongues can be made into leather.
I fill it with water and I hand it to the goose.
How do you like sew it closed? How do you even?
I feel like we need a roll.
Wait, I
Currently,
haven't
you have
finished-
like
I
the
haven't-
most
I haven't
disgusting
finished-
little like
I haven't
Like,
finished
flop
telling
of.
you what I'm gonna
what
do to make
skill
it into
check
a
is
flask.
this?
I haven't finished. I'm looking in my inventory right now to see everything I have.
Oh my lord.
I take some of my rope. I have 50 feet. I cut it off at about the 2-foot mark and I tie it on both sides of it.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
I gotta use the bathroom. Be right back.
Let
Okay.
me see what else I have.
Oh boy.
How long are we gonna be doing this, by the way?
Until people need to go.
Until I mean,
She need to go
I'm
to-
good to leave anytime.
Okay, I'm gonna take my crowbar and I'm going to squish the tongue and see if it closes it. Does it? Like the part that I already gutted. Can it reclose? Like, can I press it hard enough for it to like get stuck?
I mean, it'll stick, but if you put something in it, it'll open again.
I'm just gonna
gutted
take
it.
some rags and wet them. It's okay. Let's continue on.
Why are we doing material science with the dragon's tongue at this point?
I know. It's so awkward. I think what's best is I'll just say make sure that everybody has some container of water. And nice, if you need to keep my flask, I understand. I'll just soak some linens in water.
I offer the tongue to him.
Oh
I
my
do not take the
lord.
tongue. And in fact, I call you
There was an
weird.
ivory drinking horn in the loot, so I guess that's
Oh, okay.
close
Yes, I'll
to.
take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
It doesn't
Thank you.
have a
I
I
like.
carry the
lid.
tongue.
Oh,
The
okay.
tongue
But
does not close, in which case
I'll also soak like some extra linens and stuff, just so I can have like water whips.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna carry the
You
tongue
gotta,
with
like-
me, but I'm gonna have to hold it with both hands to keep it closed. Is that a deal?
Oh my lord. Why? Are
Make
you
it a hat.
So, to recap, you've more or less reached into the dragon's mouth, chopped off a portion of tongue, gutted the inside, so now you just have a loop of tongue, and you're just holding it together real tight with water
No.
inside it. Like a
I
Tootsie
picked
Roll
the
that
portion
is
of the
very
tongue that
cursed.
I picked the tip portion of the tongue. It's this part.
Okay. You've got
so
that
so
part.
there's only one hole in it,
It's
like
actually...
the top.
Yeah, okay. It's very, like, forked at the end, so...
Yeah.
It's...
So I didn't. It looks like, you know, like one of those bookmarks. like. I also have a
This
book
is-
with a tongue on it. It just matches
Like,
my aesthetic.
I'm not even like squeamish about it. It's just like this is a terrible material to be working with. So why are you doing this to yourself? You could just go to the town and like buy a cup or something. You can afford it.
Not
You've
worth
got
it.
plenty of gold.
And in fact, this problem never would have even occurred because I would have already grabbed the ivory drinking flask.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've got that as well. So you've at least got some water that you can, squirt on.
Well, while you thought you didn't have one, I had fashioned this, and now I have water.
Okay,
Okay.
so with
You
everyone
have
else
multiple
long
flasks.
gone out of the chamber at this point, what would you guys like to do? Hey, Ray, welcome back. I know you can't hear me yet.
I mean,
Hi, Ray, welcome back.
Thank you.
notably, it's like I tore off like a piece of fabric so that I could soak it fully in the water to have like a water width.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as you know,
Um,
you've dealt with all the shadow creatures that were in the
There will
area,
always
but-
be more.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So, yeah,
just
You both said
kind of
anyway.
continue back up. We just continue back up. We
Sure.
walk up.
you clamber over the stones to make it through the small escape that the dragon had, not managed to completely block off, and you make your way out of the chamber, finding your way up to another spiral staircase back out of the cavern, and you poke your heads back out into the main courtyard of the castle, finding that the endless cloudy sky has a bit of sunlight peeking through. Seems like this has not happened here in quite some time, but there's beams of sunlight streaming down onto the castle.
What does it taste like?
The rainbow.
Whoa.
Taste the rainbow.
You once again spot in the pile of rocks from the collapsed tower, you spot that like tube of containing something that looks like it's supposed to hold scrolls and keep them safe. In the pile of rubble, Pumpkin, as you're on your way out. Would you care to grab that and potentially use it for water instead of a dragon tongue?
I don't have the dragon tongue.
Yeah,
I'm the one holding the dragon tongue.
you're still holding that, just with.
I'm holding it
the
because I don't have
forbidden-
any other vial of water.
the
This is all the
forbidden
water I
Tootsie Roll
have.
Sack.
Yes, I'm having to hold it closed. Actually, I've decided with the rope I cut off, I'm just gonna tie the end of the tongue. Does that work?
No.
Okay.
If you tie it tight enough, sure. Just roll me.
I'm
sleight
tying
of
it really
hand.
tight. I'm like Bear Grylls who drinks out of a snake skin after he pees in it.
Oh my lord.
That's a bladder, I thought.
So terrible.
What is Ray?
You ever drink seawater out of a dragon tongue?
That's what it feels like to drive a Ford F-150.
This is
How
why.
it feels to shoe 5 come.
This is why the shadows just
Emulate your
dissolve out of
dragon
nothing. They're like,
tongue.
no, I can't even handle the touch of this disgusting. Yeah, just roll me sleight of hand to tie a really tight knot.
Okay. Doing it. Okay. Uh-oh.
Creak.
So an 11 plus 3. I got 14.
It's
Is it gonna leak?
It's a little leaky.
No!
At least it's not like falling off your back as you're like slinging
That's
this rope over your
nice.
shoulder.
I have a leaky tongue!
Never say this again. So, you all make it back out and step into the glistening sunlight.
Oh, it burns.
You already explored, a fair bit of the top side
That's
of
what I
this
was gonna
castle.
ask.
Yeah, so
I was
there's
going to say, where else do we have to explore? I think best to stay as a group this time.
there's a couple nooks and crannies that you hadn't made it to, great halls or whatever. For the sake of expediency, would you like me to just kind of help you blaze through it a little bit? So I don't have to pull
sure.
out the horrible map again
I would love that.
and struggle with every time you go underneath an object.
I would love it if you do that.
Sure. Do you want to take
Do
that
that.
scroll holder thing?
Nah, it doesn't matter that much. I already have. I don't want to walk back down to fill up more water. Is the big thing.
Does anyone want to investigate it?
Oh, investigate it? Sure.
Oh,
I thought you were like it's just an empty scroll holder.
I mean, no, it's closed.
Okay. Yeah, no. I'll definitely investigate then.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll anything?
Nope. You open it up. You clamber over the rocks to get to it. You find the scroll protector, made of leather. Open it up, and you see that there's a scroll of fireball in it.
Oh, nice.
Yep. That's it.
Wait, 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 wait,
Waiting.
None of
wait.
us are wizards. It doesn't
Waiting.
matter.
I already have that spell. It's a
Technically,
3rd level spell. It's called Fireball. It has 150 feet of range. My hit DC is 13, and the effect is 8d6.
And you know what's even better about that? You don't have to read a piece of paper to cast it.
yeah, but the benefit of the piece of paper is anyone who can read can attempt to activate the runes on it and burn up the paper, even if they can't cast Fireball. It just uses the scroll to cast it.
Oh!
So
It's a
even a
one-time
non-caster
use.
like you, Pump, could use it if you wanted.
Yep. I'll tuck it into my pocket.
Cool. Cool. Okay, and if you want the scroll holder, you got that too. As you
Yay.
continue to explore, you find a couple, nooks and crannies that you hadn't made it to before. The Great Hall is just absolutely a disaster. It's got smashed tables and, everything kind of splintered off to the side. Seems like all the treasure has already been taken by the dragon, and cups and whatever were already brought down into the hoard, so those are in the hoard of treasure.
What about treasure?
That is what you are.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
5 pounds.
So the only real interesting thing of note that you find after a bit more exploring is you find a skeleton of potentially an adventurer in the past, and it's got a half-formed paraglider that's all tattered and torn.
Rattered?
Rattered, tattered, and torn.
Rotten, torn, whatever. That's
My
just kind of
family
laying on
says,
top of it, and it's got he's got thieves' tools in his little pouch, and let's see, and he's got just a few items that it seems like he was trying to get away with before he met his untimely demise. 1 second.
I'll be right back. Y'all keep
Okay.
talking.
Oh, I will say that my family is informing me that dinner is ready, so if we can wrap it up soonish.
Sure. Yeah, I would like to find out what you guys want to do next, long-term goal, as you guys are leaving the castle, but that'll be in a second here.
Okay.
Okay. This is not at all what I'm looking for. Yeah, he doesn't have anything particularly great. Yeah, he's just got the thieves' tools and a couple of gold items that he managed to pilfer. He's got a gold cup and some silver spectacles.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, but it seems most of the treasure has already been picked clean and was in the treasure vault. You don't really find any more useful papers as well. Most of those were also either rotted away, burned up, or collapsed in the tower.
Sneezed on, and nobody was gonna take that.
Huh?
If it was sneezed on, nobody would touch it.
Yep. So, yeah, more or less you finish picking over the remainder of the castle, find not very much of value. If you want to add the silver spectacles and the golden cup to your inventory, you can, and the thieves' tools if anyone doesn't have them already.
Thank you.
The broccoli is spicy.
Spicy broccoli?
Share anything?
I'll probably be in a minute.
So, long story short, once you guys finish exploring the castle, what would you guys like to do? You shout
Yeah,
out
I
in
mean,
front of the
it would be
place
nice to
again?
wait for Kat to come back as
Oh,
well.
I didn't realize she was gone, sorry.
But I mean, since we didn't really find the answers, I'll probably do some interrogating of Shadow.
Or did
Be
you?
like, the fireball was the answer?
No, Ananias has a book with all kinds of stuff, but
Yeah, no.
Mhm.
So I didn't find any answers. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna be upsetty spaghetti.
Mhm.
I'm gonna talk to Shadow like I thought you said that there would be something to do this, and then I reckon I'll head back to the town of Impact.
What? Okay, wait. What are you trying to do? What answers is he looking for?
To fix the hole in the universe.
Oh yeah. We're trying to fix that. I say.
We're not in character
Hello,
right now.
Toaster. How are you
So
doing?
EJ went over everything that we found. It wasn't much more. And he's just asking us what we're planning on doing for next session because I'm gonna have to be going.
I think we should go back to the town.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm going to talk to a banker. I'm gonna look for a practicing artificer, and to just cause some shenanigans, which I probably should tell EJ about first.
I don't know if we need to go
Sure.
that in depth.
Oh,
But
so I
yeah,
don't need
so-
to tell EJ about the shenanigans I'd like to cause.
Not yet, at least. But yeah, it sounds like we'll make our way back to the town. Ananias is in
Do you
agreement with
want
that.
to
And
meet
I don't know if
Shadow
Mama
at the
Swizzle
entrance
wants to
of the
go
castle
off in her
first?
own direction.
Or do you want to just leave?
What?
Oh yeah, no. First I would have a bit of an argument with Shadow, but I imagine that would just end in vain.
Yeah, so you talk with Shadow, and he informs you that he found very little of value, same as you, so he still doesn't know what he needs to know in order to actually solve.
It's
either
not
of
that
your
I'm really
problems.
upset at him. I'm just more frustrated about the situation, you know?
Yep. So he.
I will not be enlightening them because I don't know how much I can trust them. And also, I'm not exactly sure what is hidden in my book.
Mhm. So he more or less wishes you luck, and their group
I'm sorry, I
set.
can't hear. What was that?
Shadow more or less wishes you guys luck, and their group goes back over to the teleport circle and says, "We'll meet you again." And he pulls out the gems that he took and kind of crushes them in his fist, and then scatters the powder across the teleport circle, and they all disappear in a flash of light, leaving you all in the middle of nowhere.
And then Carmen returns.
Well, no, y'all are still way off to the far west, probably farther than any of you have ever been, other than Ananias if you've been here before. And you have a pile of treasure, but a long journey ahead of you to make it back to the town of Westwood, or back to Lunimus, or to Dirth, or wherever
We can
it
use the
is you wanna
teleport
go.
circle, right?
Well, none of you know
Know
the
how.
spell. You do have a book with lots of knowledge in it, and you've got some new magical items, but unfortunately you don't have Carmen with you to summon her horse either, so really, how do
How
you
are
want to
we able
proceed?
to use the teleport circle to get here?
Because you were at Lunimus, and Lunimus has some, people who know how to cast the spells and use teleport circles to send people places.
Oh, bet. Okay.
And then I got here because of Shadow.
And Shadow has now pieced out and abandoned you all.
We're just gonna have to walk back. So yeah, it's gonna be a long journey, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
But for next session,
Yep.
because
So knowing.
as my family has been getting loud, they would probably like me to join them.
Gotcha. Sounds good. So Ananias also has an old book with a old map on it. I believe a dwarven map. That might.
Wait,
help
is that
you out.
additional to the tongue book?
Yeah, that's a different book that you got in the last dungeon that we did. It might be helpful to you, but it is an old map, so it might be outdated. Granted, one way or another, you know that you're farther west than you were, so you can just start traveling east towards the smell of a swamp. And I guess that's where we'll leave off for now, as you are
I want to
making
use
your
the
way
old
back
book to
towards
get
the
us
town.
into shenanigans too.
Oh boy,
Okay,
all the
we'll
shenanigans.
do that next session. Oh,
Mhm.
notably, EJ, I did inform Shadow that I did find the scroll of Fireball.
Okay.
Just like because I was trying to lay all my cards on the table. It probably came up in the argument.
Gotcha. Sure. That's nice of you. Sorry that this was all a bit summarized. But yeah,
It's
thanks
okay.
for being here.
All
Hopefully we'll
D&D
make
should
more
be
progress.
summarized.
And,
Hey, you know how that
yes.
magic flute caused Piston to move? I think we should also like look into that.
Yeah, you could try to test it out and figure out what it does on your travels. But I guess that'll be a story for
Well, it
next
caused a
session.
piston in the place to move.
It did not cause a piston. You heard the
What?
sounds of a creaky door somewhere as you
Okay.
used it.
Not necessarily a piston. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll do that next time. I really gotta go. I'll
Okay.
talk to y'all
Bye,
later.
Pump.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Well, I guess
Bye.
that's it. Bye, Cat. Bye, Ray.
Bye.
I got a question for you, though.
Sure.
What do I do with a scroll?
So a scroll you can more or less just activate to cast the spell on it, or if you are like a wizard or something and you want to like copy that spell down into your spell book, then you can have it to be able to cast more than just that once.
Oh, so it's a one-time cast for me.
More or less, yeah.
And can I sell it?
Yeah, probably. You could find a market for it at really any town that's got wizards or scholars.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, thank you.
Yep, no problem. How are you feeling about Mama Swizzle? Do you still like? I know you're excited about the Doctor, and I know it's been a bit of delay, but are you like hating your life and you really want to change characters immediately, or are you okay for holding on?
I can wait for it to naturally change over. I don't want to rush you.
Mm-hmm. I will
You're
say,
right.
just
I am looking forward to the good doctor.
it can happen faster than my original plan if um anyone knew about your immortality, but so far you've managed to keep that secret pretty well, surprisingly, given the amount of, death that you've caused yourself. But if like other NPCs in the world happened to like have proof of it, then that might trigger things to move forward faster. It might not, but either way, there's a plan in place, I guess. Because
Alright.
remember how your character is interested in immortality, so if they hear rumors around about, a character or a bird that's immortal somehow, he might send some cronies to try to track you down.
Yeah. So I have to somehow die in front of a bunch of people and revive myself.
I'm not telling you to be an idiot and just like go jump into a guillotine or something, but you do what you want. You're already acting like a crazy, reckless person anyway, so really just
She's getting worse
stay
and
the
worse,
course.
isn't she?
You're kind of losing your mind a little bit. But it's a good time.
With that whole dream thing, did my hand turn to stone, or was it
Yes,
just?
it was in real life as well as in the dream. As you woke up, you saw that your curses spread still more.
All right.
Yeah.
So I could do hand bullets instead of finger bullets.
I will say, if you want, you don't even need to cast magic stone anymore. It's just kind of like permanently in place, so you could just like launch your hand like the Dai Li and have it smack into someone and you retract back.
I'm a robot.
Yeah, actually, I guess this is kind of like a mix between Magic Stone and Mage Hand, because now it's like your whole hand. That's...
Yes, I love it.
I didn't think about the power levels of this, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, feel free to switch out that spell if you want to, because you don't even need to cast that anymore. It's just constantly prepared and ready to be used.
Love it. Love it.
I feel bad for poor Pumpkin, because he's like not taking any of the loot, not taking any of the gold, not taking any of the anything. He's just monk. He's not getting all these like crazy power upgrades like everybody else. Alright,
He
well,
is monk.
he is monkey. I guess he's got Gohan now, but yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
See you, Ray. Have a good one.